Okay, as I mentioned yesterday, very exciting announcement for Anthony Cumia. He just 48 hours after he did his first show back on WABC, he found out he's going to be syndicated. So that means the Anthony Cumia show on AM radio, which he was doing a Sunday night show 8 to 10, can be listened to across the country, which is so exciting. Let's check in on Opie to see if he's excited for his old friend Anthony, to see if he's happy for his old buddy. I bet he's going to be happy for him. Let's see.
Have you had any offers from stations? They'd be crazy not to, especially with that getting a massive gig. Radio is taking a turn. It's time to return. Man, I haven't had an offer in radio in a bit now. So, no, I have not.
Oh, poor Opie.
I mean, no, I have not. Would I entertain an offer at this point? I would listen, I guess. What do you got?
I don't know.
I would listen, I guess. But the fact is,
everyone's like, hey.
I think. Well, I don't know if Anthony's lucky yet. I don't know. He's doing part-time AM radio, right?
Part-time
Sunday nights 8 to 10.
AM
so
radio.
He's trying to make a comeback in radio.
Trying to make a comeback. He's blowing
I was gonna say
up,
he's lucky,
dude.
but I don't even know if he's lucky because I don't know how much he's making. If he's making no money, then what's the point?
He's not doing it for the money.
To be totally honest with you. Radio's not making a comeback in general. They're not hiring anybody.
No, they're just not hiring you.
Get a part-time gig on the weekends. That's kind of impressive in the radio world because they're literally firing everybody. A company, I think it was last week, fired another 200, 300, 400 people from their company. So
yeah, that's why
radio's not making a comeback. Trust me, they're trying, I guess, to reinvent themselves, but they're firing people across the board. We're watching Opie's mental decline live. I'm Hank. All right, Hank. I'm more than fine. Hank,
I have a candle going.
What are you doing? For real, what are you doing? I'm enjoying my life.
Look, he's up. The sun is up, and he's awake, and he's probably doing okay.
I'm enjoying.
He got out of bed today. He turned on his camera. He turned on his ring light that we can see in the reflection of his gorgeous Manhattan view. He's doing fine.
I ban you. I don't want to ban people. I rarely ban people. I banned 2 today. Why? I don't want to ban you guys.
Sounds like you want to.
Oh, Anthony just got syndicated after one show. When are you getting syndicated?
When are you getting syndicated? Oh my God, these comments are like daggers.
With Anthony, I don't know what to tell you guys.
I don't compete with Anthony. You set yourself up for this, Opie, because you're always talking about him, and you are comparing yourself to him.
I made a decision a very long time ago. When Anthony blew up the Opie and Anthony show because he's a terrible person. I didn't blow up the Opie and Anthony show. He did.
Wow.
If he could have tamped down his racist crap, which he will now do for WABC, because the one thing I know about Anthony is
surly. He's so sore about the show breaking up. But he has not done anything on his own to keep himself relevant, which tells you, I mean, doesn't it look like Anthony carried the show? He's not doing he hasn't done anything.
He plays to the room. Oh, you need me to tamp down my race stuff? No problem. I'll do that. Oh, everyone's hating on Ope? No problem. I'll do that. Oh, people are praising Ope? No problem. I'll do that. He's a guy that always played to the room. And when he blew up the Opie and Anthony show, I knew I would never see the guy again. I think he's a terrible person. Bad people win all the time.
Oh, so bad people win all the time. So sour. Such a sore loser. Anthony is one of the greatest guys I've met. Definitely the best boss I've ever had. And I've had a lot of jobs. What has Opie done for anybody?
He's now syndicated. God bless him, but it doesn't affect my life. I haven't seen the guy I used to keep track, to be honest with you. I used to keep track. I literally haven't been in the same room as the guy. Haven't seen him in person in 11 years. So if you're happy for Anthony, you're a fan of Anthony, you're excited for his big...
He's like beside himself. He's just like exhausted. He's like, I hate that I have to address this, but he totally set himself up for this.
You're excited that he's now having his 2-hour show syndicated, which is that's not really a big deal because isn't he being
everything that happens is not a big deal
on an app and on the internet anyway through his ABC show? Whatever. There's no jealousy here because he's not in my life. I chose a long time ago to not have anything to do with the guy because I don't think he's a good person. I think he's a terrible person if you want to know the truth. So if that makes you happy.
His success doesn't count because he's a bad person. Got it.
Great.
And nobody likes AM radio and he can't get AM radio in his new car.
But it doesn't affect me or my life. All right. Not Jimmy Stewart. Not Jimmy Stewart. Well, are we going to get along? Not Jimmy Stewart or what? Or what? Let me know. I don't want terrible people being fans of mine.
Wow.
Your drunk uncle, $10. How do you think Sam and the boys are doing?
I don't want terrible people being fans of mine. Must be nice having the luxury of choosing who your fans are.
Without Jim, I think it's going okay. With the new E-Rock, Troy Kwan, he ate 23 chicken tendies. Bro is packing on the way. Coke floats in his cup. Man, I mean, Sam Roberts got exactly what he wanted. He never wanted to work with Jim, but he knew it was a shortcut to getting his own show. The shortcut lasted a lot longer than he wanted. Because, see, I used to be friends with Sam.
Talking about Sam Roberts,
trashed Jimmy all the time.
Oh,
Sam's wife
hated
Jim Norton. We hung out with Sam and his wife Jess a million times. She hated Jim Norton. But this is what Sam did to try to get, the big seat. He got the big seat. And where I sit, more people are talking about
where you're sitting is the big seat.
Some little stupid live stream, and then they talk about Sam Roberts, who's on a huge platform. So I would say it's not going well. I would say they re-signed them for pennies on the dollar, so it doesn't matter in the end. It's not going to affect the bottom line. They're more looking at someone like Howard Stern because they're still paying him a shit load of money. And if Howard Stern's subscriber base starts dropping, that would be a huge concern for Sirius XM. But for Sirius XM, Sam Roberts,
that makes sense. Why Sirius XM is kind of like overall liberal, like that's the overall feeling, and even in the office culture, is kind of left leaning. That makes sense because if Howard Stern is like their biggest talent and he's gonna attract a mainly lefty audience. I just figured that out. Good for me. Good for you, Chrissy.
Just doing a whatever show that no one's truly talking about. I mean, people are talking about Anthony. They're talking about me.
People are talking about
Anthony. Barely show
People
up.
are talking about you, Opie, because you're a lol cow. People talk about Anthony because he's actually crushing it and relevant, and his career is ticking up at 60-something, however old he is. He's getting more and more opportunities. He's doing fabulous.
Anything from Sam Roberts and the show he's doing without Jimmy. So whatever. But he's another person that, he's not in my life. I mean, if Anthony becomes the most successful broadcaster on radio, that literally doesn't affect me at all. Maybe it makes you excited because of the Opie versus Anthony thing, but it means nothing to me.
Seething.
Sam Roberts having a successful career at Sirius XM, it means nothing to me.
Look at him, he's just lifting his chin up over the super chat. He's like, he can't figure out his formatting to make his super chats smaller so they don't cover half his body, or I don't know, maybe tilt your camera down, Opie. Or do we need to see do we need the upper half of the shot to be the sky?
Me. All right. Do you regret taking Sam Roberts over Pat Duffy? Well, you try to go through life without regrets, but I certainly regret Sam Roberts. Another person. I swear to God.
You don't like Sam?
I swear to God. I have to blame myself. I was brought up in a very unstable atmosphere. I learned how to be a huge enabler because that's what my dad did with my mom.
Wow.
And when I was making choices for my own life, I picked a lot of damaged people. A lot.
Oh, does that mean Anthony's a damaged person since he technically sort of like scouted him? Interesting.
A lot. I could have chose differently. I remember like people that wanted to be my friend or wanted to be associated with the radio show more. And I thought they were like boring because I needed, I say needed because I'm a much different person now through, this is the real stuff. If you want the real stuff, great. If not, go somewhere else. I don't care. I don't need you.
Oh my God, he's so bitter.
But here's the real stuff. Through many years of therapy, I understand how I was brought up, understand some of the decisions I made in my life, understood that I needed.
Kobe, nothing better than listening to Kobe talk about his years of therapy. Like, that's insufferable to listen to when a woman, I get it. Like, I know how I sound when I talk about like when I went to therapy, but nobody enjoys listening to stories about people going to therapy. Maybe other people who go to therapy like hearing about that, but like, right? Do you guys enjoy listening to Opie talk about what he learned about himself in therapy? That shit is boring.
Needed chaos around me all the time because that's how I was brought up. I don't want or need any of that anymore.
Early while he sips out of his coffee mug that says Zen.
A lot of crazy people around me. So I do have regrets that I wasn't smarter when it came to that, but I didn't know any better. You just know what you know. If Anthony asked you to come on his WABC show, would you? Yeah. Well, I can't say what I want to say because we got to keep it nice for everybody. No. I have no desire.
No.
None.
He would never ask you.
None. Thank you, Zesty Clothes.
So surly.
All right, Luigi, $7.99. Have you had?
Oh boy, everyone's like, how many deals have you gotten, Opie? Oh, bet that hurts. Poor Kopi. The Kopis are gonna keep on coping. Love you guys. Thank you for the chats. Thank you for the comments. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Bye. All right, love you guys. God, I don't even want to leave. This candle smells so good. I don't want to leave. All right, love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye. Love you all. Join the Discord. Feet. Love you all. Wow. You guys are awesome. Love you, get it. Bye, guys. Bye. Now I'm really leaving. Love you. Bye.